Funding wallets on Taptap Send. Step 1. Click on Create Ghana Cedi Wallets below when you open the app. Step 2. Enter amount of your choice in Ghana Cedis. Step 3. Click on the Confirm and Fund wallet below to confirm. Step 4. Your wallet has been successfully funded. Step 5. Enter amount of your choice in Ghana Cedis. Step 6. Select or add new recipient. Step 7. Choose wallet as payment method. Step 8. Click on the Pay with Wallet below to confirm. Step 9. Your transaction is successful.
Everybody check now. Check it. Check it. Check it. Check it. The beat is real. Don't wait, make it kill ya. Get your green select glucometer and check it. Sugar level, check it, check it. Check it, check it. Check it, check it, check it. Green select glucometer, check it. Check it, check it, check it. Put sugar level, check it. Check it, check it, check it. Check it, check it, check it. Reselect glucometer. Everybody check now. This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Yesterday, we could not end the show. And we all know what happened. It was because a certain animal called Doomso ran it through Sotum Street. Doomso ran it through Sotum. And right after Doomso ran it through Sotum, our light went off. This is forcing me to start today's show with Kofi Gap's conversation, debate, and argument that is running online about being a PhD holder in Ghana, underline in Ghana, and being a Dutch passport owner or holder. Which one is more beneficial? I know at this stage everybody has a position on this issue because we are talking about it on social media, on radio, TV platforms, like everywhere we are discussing this. Kofi Gap's Mr. Happiness expressing the neck of many people who have issues with his position. It is going to be our first topic, and the gentlemen are seated already. Everybody knows where they stand as much as this is concerned. Roland Amate is at the extreme end. He works with Shatta Movement Empire, Shagzy, and Roland Report on YouTube, as well as RolandReport.com. In the middle, man like Alhaji Abbas Muiz is also here, CEO of Elevate GH. He is a PR person, he is an event person, and of course a talent manager. Then on my immediate left is brown-haired Derek Money, aka Aponchi Beard. Derek Money is also a journalist, an event person, a talent manager, and a PR guy as well. So the team is set for us to do our thing. My name is Sammy Flex, show producers, Digital Rasta, his God Currency, who is handling our camera for us, and Richie Flex is the editor director of the show. Taptap Send. They are a proud sponsor here on this platform, and I keep saying that anytime you want to send money from abroad to Ghana, one app does it better, and that is Taptap Send. Get the app today, use the promo code SammyFlex, and start thanking me later, because that is what everybody is using now. To those who are in London, the wallet would even help you. That is the Taptap wallet would even help you to do bank transfer directly from your location. This is what you need. I want everybody to download the app now. That is Taptap Send. Download it now so you can also get a benefit later as you want it. Now, this said and done, we can continue to start a conversation. But we also want to have your opinion on the topics raised. We want to know what you also think about the topics here. Subscribe to us and share with others, because this is Showbiz Daily live on Sammy Flex TV. Now, let's watch some of the, in fact, seemingly annoying views of Kofi Gap's Mr. Happiness. Let's watch some of them before we even start talking. Watch it.
PhD now nya Legon, and any of the universities in Ghana, na fa kan Ghana passport home. Na fa PhD now nya Legon, and any of the universities in Ghana, na fa kan Ghana passport home. Na fa expensive luxurious cars now one. O fat bank accounts. O big properties are and o companies are na fa ko US embassy and pay say o person tu kwan numrewe to mo ma visa fa ko British High Commission, Australia High Commission, Japan, China embassies, any single embassies send the what's anyama we nya defeated, undisputed, unopposed, luxury or nothing. Money is talking, money is talking, money is talking. Blessings on blessings. Brother, man. Ababola. That much is priceless. Balling. Premium or nothing. Now you know.
Well, that was Kofi Gap's Ghanaian, I was going to say Ghanaian Netherlands Kofi Gap's, and everybody is looking for him. Derek, you're closer. Let's start it. What is your position on what Kofi Gap's Mr. Happiness is saying? What do you think about it?
I like the fact that he's always happy. And he knows the reason why he's happy.
Yeah.
And he should be happy and be proud of himself. Yeah, because me want achieve, a PhD no cry, a great achievement. Brother, a great achievement. I think say omo mako school and your PhD no masters no na ebe agim. But oba within the system. And
then that means that
yes, into number agim. But oba system man, that is the reality on the ground. Last time when you say the Netherlands passport and a Dutch passport is the third
most powerful
passport.
Hey,
Kitawa, you can access 192 countries in the whole world without visa. Yeah.
Just Esther and you're good.
Exactly. Without visa, 192 countries in the whole world without visa.
I see.
Now, your system no. So when your PhD cry now do US embassy, you do on my it's me a bounce so visa.
That be how you have PhD.
And he is talking about the reality. Your system will have you. But some your system you will do a PhD. Now when you school no cry no kwa kopɛ dwuma no cry say to make it was 5 years
working experience
or kofa when
in fact PhD ubekɔ dwuma no cry for dwuma na o si o pay betua no enye PhD salary.
But I think so waka yasema ma ya asema de bia ye ka they say ni your system na ma PhD certificate na dan paper. Unlike other countries ka utiminya PhD na ka oba ni hu se wo ba ye wo na wo ba no wadwuma obeye crap no me hu sonso ye e wo bi nso okita normal degree in the way. But with our system and our economy in there, I would boldly say acquiring a Dutch passport is a greater achievement more than PhD in Ghana. But he can go anywhere, he can vote. We say or your first
Dutch
or your Dutch. He can vote. Oh, that he can vote. Europe. Until now, no, he has all the freedom to move around. Go ahead, task wherever he wants to go. Yes. But as to why you be PhD wahano, you be the kind day. Now, if you say PhD, no call boy, Eddie Bayedi. Have so many of our lawyers or maybe school, they don't get the work.
Now, see, I'm starting to call. What did I be who say?
Just say, brother, I'm going to go.
Conquer the vinegar.
She and the rest of me, I think say ma yeah hamanesa na me catch about say a generation upon generation do baby e was say ye ni bi Pini Jonas uyine attempt the day e was an rant no mu na obi ani wo nema bi hu a e was say youth ne sorry and I said one word the other youth no so ani abie ntu yin attempt the day ni film a or change some realities bi a ye hu ye was ye hu this implies to Mr. Happiness or try nema bi a was ye me ani koso na youth ne started developing that mindset na ye ne say school PhD ko school na says Canada ko school na be kwawe na anya juma anya na face paper no ko je e de ye so it will better pose be bobo scanner no akota European country bi na wa hasle na nyakopon aye wadom na so atimi anya first passport you are gone you are far we onam ho be bi obetimi awura be bia na me catch ba say obaga na hapu na ne ho to tema ye be soma ame abebe fa na ko what do PhD ni better now? No, ya be fan na na ko because we are citizen. Ne wenya no basam a sombo and every time they can hear you appreciate so benya that passport. If you ne wa boni masters, aboni PhD, aboni BB school yan ko we so akwawie nyina he will choose this passport over his PhD. So it's a reality. Yes, sir.
Derek Money has opened the conversation up for you to also be a part of it, and he is on the side of Mr. Happiness. What is Abbas going to add to this? Quick, Abbas.
I'm not happy.
Go to Mr. Happiness.
I'm in pains because yesterday when I was watching his video, and one of the videos I was in darkness actually when I was watching it, and it looks like what he was talking about. I was in that reality.
Whoa.
Yes, it dawns on me like yeah. I also want to run away from the PhD thing because a PhD for any fault. But maybe omo no ye nkofo obeto me omo edi akasa training na. I'm in academic environment. I've been there and I'm still achieving or pushing to get to the highest and still want to get the industry and the academic together. That's what I mean. I don't feel like we should pick on the page.
Abbas is not normal. At this stage,
I feel like
Abbas is not normal.
I shouldn't quite agree for us. So I pick on the PhD with us. But I find a better way to talk to the system because and then before say me what Ghana.
That's an indirect way of talking to the system. Yeah, I'm sure today PhD holders at University of Ghana will be going to a meeting. They are going to have a crime party.
if per what I know a lot of PhD holders or doctors who on the normal, even professors who on the normal don't come on Facebook, on social media. But for a couple of days now, they've been active on my status. They've been active on Facebook and on Twitter,
monitoring what is happening,
commenting bitterly. I sincerely tell you, if I'm active in academia or I'm still running a paper or anything, I'm sure the postings I've made within these 2 days, it will affect me academically. Because if it goes to extent that somebody can pick a coin and say, pull it down, it is not fair. You understand better, like you know better. Indeed, I know better. So it's not the person's fault, but it's the system we found ourselves. But definitely something's supposed to draw our attention. I always say to people, he spoke about hospital too. I feel the reality. And the food poisoning issue. I went to an hospital. They denied me first and foremost. It was I made after the first aid whilst I was on a chair. That made somebody run quickly to me to provide me a bed. So imagine I don't have those friends or I don't have those connections. What will happen to me?
Okay, so this is Kofi Gabs, his Ghana days. And he says, I had pneumonia in June 2008 at 37 Military Hospital with no bed. thank God for my Dutch citizenship. I will never, and underline the word never, experience this again. So this was when he was in Ghana. As to how this guy was able to keep all these fouls, look at the reaction, 1.5 million reaction. And me, I know what the guy is saying. Maybe when you guys are done talking.
And these are our sincere truths. You just want to survive. You just want to survive. And you see, there's a part that always gets to me when you say, like a toilet. Oh yes, I didn't. There's we are then a woman like God. What are we in? Like with the best of wisdom, the knowledge, the things I've went through. Can't I just have a decent life here? Can't I just have a happy life here? And it doesn't look that there's hope. So I don't know, because there's also a belief or a saying that it is we, the followers, that produce the leaders, and it is the system that produce the government. So it is whose fault that we are in this
confusion,
this hell, because there are some issues. I was in a particular space where somebody started debating, and I told him, don't. You are no more religious than I am. But you see, I've been with atheists, Buddhists, and all those stuff. But I've seen an atheist who, sorry to say, he doesn't believe in Allah, he doesn't believe in anything, but he's successful. He's making money constantly. He's doing well, or he's enjoying life. I also want to enjoy life. And the Arabs in their country, they are Muslims.
Yeah.
They don't have two different airs. But Dubai is doing well. Qatar is doing well. Why can't a Muslim in Ghana, can't I do well? Israel, is it not a Jewish country? The other Christian country like Rome, Italy and all, they are not enjoying. So you can't be a Christian in this country and enjoy a good life. Unless you are sworn now, who come now, who are fasting, but still enfa. So what is our problem? The thing is painful.
Director Vex. Ro, let me get your opinion on Kofi Gabs versus Ghana.
You see, the people who are in the academia field and are quick to respond to what the guy is saying. The thing here, if you are at that level and you hear it for the first time, it will enter you and you might be tempted to be quick to respond. But when you take your time and you let the message sink in, you may not agree with him to some extent, but majority of the things that he's saying,
you agree with him.
You probably may not even agree with his method or the way he's putting out his message across.
The modus operandi.
Exactly. But the message itself, when you let it sink in and you dissect it,
makes sense.
You just let him be. The long and short of what the guy is saying is that in this country, people are not thinking simple.
That's what he's saying.
That's the long and short of what he's saying. That's the long and short of what he's saying. I mean, people who have these qualifications that we also sometimes pride ourselves with in this country have been able to use those qualifications to make him a janitor, a janitor's life comfortable. Yet we have the same qualifications, and we have the qualifications, we can't even make our own lives better. We can't even better our lives.
That's true.
Much less having an impact on society that will even benefit the ordinary person or even the most disadvantaged person in the country. That is what the guy is saying. The guy is not saying anything different. You see, and we may want to challenge it. We see the professors, the PhD holders may want to challenge it. How many of the professors in this country have money than Aliko Dangote? How many of them? Aliko Dangote sat on a panel and literally cried over the fact that even in Africa, he has to apply for 35 visas before he's able to move in Africa.
Hey.
This is the richest man. And
despite all his money.
Exactly. And you want to tell me your PhD is better than his money, huh? You want to tell me your PhD is better than this man's living? No, you see, let's be factual. The guy is not saying PhD is not good. Going to school is not good. Being good in academia is not good. But what is the use if you have a PhD, if you are a professor, yet we have so many of them in this country, yet we can't even have just a few group of people who can think to better the lives of the people in the country?
Yeah.
What is the use? Then it means that passport that he can even sit at the comfort of his house
on his toilet,
on his WC, and apply for a visa is more important than what you just went to school to spend. Because at the end of the day, you may want to charge. Let's pick people, about 100 people who have PhDs in this country. Let's even strike the balance and find how many of them even have jobs. Have jobs, so not as if they are even going to, they have the opportunity to even apply what they've learned in school. How many of them even have jobs? And how many of these PhD holders are even practicing in their field of study? How many of them?
And how many of them are living decent lives?
Oh, there be no point. No, at least you must be practicing. At least if you are practicing, you know that you are busy. How many of them are even busy to this extent? Much less the reason why they are busy, is going to benefit the country. How many of them? No, you see, let's not kid ourselves. In fact, yes, you may not, like I said, you may not like the way he's putting the message across, because if you're a PhD holder or a professor, or if you have any huge qualification in academia in this country, you might be peeved. But the thing is that, how many let's look at the kind of qualification that our leaders in this country have. Let's look at it. People are professors. People have double, triple masters of whatever field they went to study. But let's look at our situation in this country. How has those things, like those your friend is saying, qualifications, how is it benefiting us as a people? We are living in this country that is being governed by people with almost the highest form of education.
They went to school in the established countries. They come back and getting? It's like nothing. They've not seen any development.
Okay, no problem. His Dutch passport is not better than your PhD. Bring your passport. That was even created by the person with the highest qualification in academia. Bring that passport. And let's see if the queue that he is going to join, if you even have the privilege to even join that queue. Not that that queue no joining. That you even have the privilege to join it. You see, and Dangote is not the only person that has complained about some of these things. Okay. Even on our African continent. You see, he's in Europe, but he just applied for a visa in America. Even Africa, within Africa, look at how stressful. Woodimaya has been saying this every day. Look at how stressful it is for somebody to move from one African country to the other. Meanwhile, African Union and whatever is still in operation.
Yeah.
And they pride themselves taking money day in, day out. Yet we want to just sit down and kid ourselves because, okay, somebody has just pressed our boss and we think, oh, he's just attacking our field. No. Sit down, let the message sink in, dissect it, and you will understand what the guy is saying. The message is one. Let's think. That is all. That is the bottom line.
Yeah.
If you let your mind work, what the guy is saying will be useless.
Well, thank you so much, Roland Amate. Thank you, Abbas Muiz. Thank you, Derek Money. Now let's move on to the next business here on the day. And yesterday we started a conversation about Captain Smart's position on organizers of Telecel Ghana Music Awards playing Shatta Wale's song at the event grounds. Whilst Captain Smart is not happy and thinks Shatta should even push for a lawsuit, there are others who think that no, this is not even too necessary, and that your position and wherever you are sitting, that is why you are talking about this. But if you are a through and through industry person and you know that when your song is played, blah blah blah, there are other benefits in there, you might not argue this way. We started this, but in the middle, The animal called Dumso runneth through Sotuum, and because of that, we need to put the story on hold. Now, we are back to continue with, only with the fact that Nana Reagan, who started talking yesterday, is not here. So we still have to continue with it. As it stands now, how do we discuss the story? Is Captain Smart pushing a good agenda or a bad agenda? That Team Shatta movement should sue Charterhouse for playing his songs at the time that he is not part of the award scheme. How do we handle this? And I want to start with Abbas Muis. Abbas, yesterday you were here when we started talking.
Yeah, sorry. So one of the points I put down yesterday was that Captain Smart have no fair idea of how the music business runs, because if he does, then he will make certain calls. Even though
Are you sure he does not?
From where he started, that's how it seems to me. For knowing what he knows, I have no idea. So from where he started his point, it indicates that he has no fair idea of how it runs. Because if he does, he knows that they are royalty collected. DJs are allowed to perform, and they are allowed to play music, and they are supposed to also pay certain things. And event organizers too are supposed to pay. If it's such, then nobody will do any show anywhere in this country or outside country or anywhere entirely. So either the artist is there or not, he's still allowed to collect royalty and is entitled to it. Whether that royalty is being collected or is collected properly or is paid to the artist is also another debate entirely. That's wrapping another day. But saying that he should take them on, and for another reason, that space, when Shatta Wale music was played, if he did watch certain clips, he will see how the entire house echoed. It shows the value of the man. It shows the sense, the power he wills in person or not in person,
or just by the mention
of his name. And the way they even play his song, it was just what we will call a teaser. Just to tease the crowd, and the crowd was more.
They were responsive.
Imagine he was there. Imagine they even tell the people he's outside, he's standing by the gate. I'm sure everybody would like go and
stampede.
Everybody will go and check and come, and that could happen. But there are also other angles that he drew our attention on, which we all need to pay attention to, and also make amend in that direction. So I won't beef him entirely, but most of the time also I say when they are doing such production like this, before even they will go running like this, they should, at least if not at all, they should call people who are within the creative industry, showbiz industry, or the music business, to give them some ordinary background check or run, at least so that it allows them to have a lot of content, strong content to back their case and be able to move forward, basically.
Well, thank you so much. And I want to believe, as it stands now, I'll go to Roland.
For the technical stuff or the message in what Captain Smart is teaching, we have almost all of them. You have to discard it. The core, if you want to follow it up, in fact, to the extent at which he is pushing, as in the legal court, you will just go and disgrace yourself. I don't want to believe he doesn't know what he's talking about. I would want to still treat...
Oh, are you sure he knows? I want to believe he still doesn't know.
No, I mean, I would want to treat this as like a jovial call. And one thing that I'm only...
As in, you think he said it in jest and that he didn't mean it?
Yes, probably he's joking.
Oh, he doesn't mean it?
He doesn't mean it. That's what I mean. Because one thing that I picked, which is the most important thing in his call, has to do with the relevance of Shatta Wale. That is the most important thing I can pick from his message.
Okay.
Yes, this is somebody that has been banned. The ban was lifted. Yet he decided not to go back to the scheme.
Not to go and court.
Exactly.
Out.
And there's been so many attempts, calls from even his own fans, for him to go back, present his decision and go back. Yet it has all not yielded any fruit. But then, if you still check his impact, his relevance, even among the people who even oppose him, it's still unmatched.
Nobody's beating into it.
Exactly. And that's the message that I'm getting from his message.
Okay.
Because if we are to enter technically into the VGMAs playing his song, I mean, they paid for it. They have every right to play because the man released his song into the public domain, where anybody that plays it one way or the other pays some
Can use it?
form of royalty, which is a blanket royalty system, as they would call it. So if we are able to do that, individuals, as we are even on our phones, whenever we play songs even on our phones, it goes to them.
Yeah.
Unless he comes out to specifically point them out to say, don't do this, don't do that, or ban them from playing his songs, then he can hold them to it.
Okay.
Unless he comes out, and since he has not done that, he can only complain, like Chemo will say, complain after the fact. You can only complain after the action. So if after this point he now wants, like he doesn't want them to play something, then he can do it.
I'm not sure so far Shatta Wale has said this.
No, for himself, I don't think he's even bothered about what went on. Because to him, he doesn't have anything to prove to the scheme again. He doesn't have anything to prove to his fans, as in how big he is, his relevance. It is there in the public domain for everybody to see. That's why I'm saying, if there is something very important that I'll pay for Captain Smart's message, it will not be pushing legal strings against Chatter House, because technically they've not done anything wrong. Technically they've not done anything wrong. But then the most positive thing that I will pick out of this is the fact that man is still relevant to the extent that he's been able to quote unquote fight a whole system, yet that system still sees him relevant to still do business. I was telling somebody that I am just looking for one of these years, and I know very soon it will come, where we know Shatta Wale is not part of these award schemes, yet he will be on stage singing, take mic, sing, take his money and go home because you've paid him for his service.
Exactly what he's looking for.
Yes,
It's another show.
of course. He will treat it as important as how he treats any other gig that he's been built on. That's it. Me, that is what I'm actually looking for. I am one of the people who is also not pushing him to go back to the scheme.
Oh, okay.
Yes, no. Because as far as I'm concerned, he has other ways of winning or getting that relevance that those flags would give him. So if he has alternatives, there is no way I would want him to risk his psyche, because I know, I have studied how these things trigger him to some extent. And I, for one, wouldn't want him to risk his psyche into that particular field. So if he has better ways of winning and getting the accolades that these flags, somebody is able to win 10 hours on the night, yet is still fighting for another one, be that they say they will not give it to him. Yet you don't even have, in fact, you have even distanced yourself from it. Yet most of the deals that some of these guys get, they also come to you. Then it means that there are certain things that you're also doing right in your corner, that if somebody has a award and is able to get $10,000, you don't have an award, yet you are able to do certain things and it's also able to attract you for that $10,000. So why would you risk your psyche and go to an award scheme that is going to disturb you as an artist? Because I know so many people that did not win from this scheme, and it affected them, the end of their career. I wouldn't want to wish that for Shatta. So if he still holds the decision of him not going back to the scheme, that's it. Because as far as I'm concerned, he's now been able to develop other ways of winning same way. So me in school. So for Captain Smart's message there, well, he should learn about the blanket license and rights and all of that, and he would understand. And I don't want to believe he doesn't know. That's why I want to just go on a tangent that perhaps he's just doing this just to derive conversation
for the hours.
Yes, and also push for the fact that okay, Shatta is still relevant, whether he's part of the scheme or not. Even when he's in the region or not, his relevance is still impactful in whatever they're doing.
Well, thank you so much. Let me move on to Derek. Money is everywhere. Derek, your guy, Captain Smart, I know, right?
Yes, sure. Well, Sammy, I think it's an opinion, and everybody is entitled to his opinion.
And do we know that there can be two opinions and they will all be right? Have you guys realized that? Okay. In Ghana, the moment someone disagrees with your opinion, then it means to them it is wrong.
It is wrong. Yes.
But we can have a discussion where you have a different opinion.
Exactly.
I have a different opinion, but both opinions are right.
Yes, sure.
Or both opinions are wrong.
Rasamin, I think he's entitled to his opinion. Then as to why, if a certain movement, empire or family will take it on, it's up to them.
Okay.
But I will advise they shouldn't go there to that legal battle with any of them. Because aside them being the scheme, the people who are involved are all industry plus and industry links and blocks.
Okay.
So in a situation like this, if you take the case to court, automatically you are battling with them.
Okay.
Not the scheme. Because if you go to court, there are people who come there to settle everything. So automatically you are creating a banter or a conflict between you and some people who are like they are plugs who can also give you another plug to other platforms and then gigs as well. So to me, I'll just tell certain family they should let go. Although his relevance is being felt on the night out there, and the moment the DJ inserting it was DJ Black. DJ Black, yeah. Yes. I was standing close to him. The more he inserted Shatta Wale song, the auditorium became boom. 10 fire. Yes. And everybody was jamming to it. That shows how relevant he is within the space. Even if he's not there, his music is being felt over there. And that is what he needs to be proud of. And then whatever banter between him and then the Charter House or the TGMA, that is where the TGMA will sit down and come to their senses that the person that we are having a banter with is always relevant on our platform, even though he's not part of it, but he's still relevant. So why don't we find a way to try and settle things in a amicable way that we can bring him back? Because if imagine putting Shatta Wale back to TGMA, it's a whole blast. The competition will be back again. Will be very tight. Yeah. They will increase sales automatically because of his huge fan base. The talkability of the award is going to be on a different level. I'm telling you honestly. So this is the right time. I think for Captain Smart, we shouldn't fault him that much with his ignorance about the music awards and stuff like that. But let's look into what will, the benefits Shatta Wale will get, although he's not in talking terms with them. But the benefit he's getting, the royalties from the other that will come. There are some musicians who got nominated, but their musics were not played over there. They should come to think of it. Yeah. You were nominated, but your song was not played. What also you did not win. What you because royalty be by my but on nipa no can here no yet royalty sir. You give me his fair share. Yeah. And he's not part of the scheme. So I think he said they need to the up and down of the whole thing is Charter House, TGMA needs to sit down, come in terms or talking terms with Shatta Wale, because me I know time will come they are going to smoke peace pipe, so all of them will come together back to the TGMA again. I know, and it will happen because of his influence. So. Yes, because of his influence. If he continues to stay back, it will reach a time industry people, the public will start ranting for that. That we need Shatta Wale back on stage. We need Shatta Wale back to the award scheme. Let's mark this: 5 years. If Shatta Wale does not join the award scheme, it will be an industry conversation. that the industry will beg Shatta Wale to go, or better still, set a table between the two of them, then they settle everything, then you come back to this thing. Because whether we like it or yes, we need Shatta Wale to be part of the TGMA. His influence, just as we get a sauce, yeah, too much sauce.
Too much.
Overdose. Too much sauce.
Well, that is Derek Money ending that conversation for us. I'm sure we can move on to the next business, so we do justice to that topic as well. And this is about our show in Bolga, our recent show in Bolga, where I know so many stories came out of it, and the fact that even after the show, we were sharing the publicity hype with the whole TGMA. What it meant was that the crew did something beautiful from that side of town. Now let's go catch some videos if my director has any of them, and I'll come asking my people what they have also seen so far or what they have heard, because I know not any other person was able to make it to Bolgatanga on the day. How do you also feel the conversation around this show? Now, if you check the screen, you can see a drone shot of the people, and it was so obvious that they came for the star boy of the night. And the star boy of the night was obviously Shatta Wale. About 50,000 people at the Bolgatanga Sports Stadium. This was a stadium that was not even in use. As a matter of fact, the stadium was not in use. Many activities were going on there until the organizers saw the need to get a space ready for this particular concert. It was indeed a blast. What have you heard so far, Abbas? Let me start with you.
Sammy, because I have certain connects in the north, I know people came for Tongo, people came for Temale, so forth, to go and watch it, Wendy and so forth. So I know this is indirectly Navrungu and Co. And I know people who crossing some part of Burkina Faso to come in.
No, they will come.
And come and watch.
I'll not be surprised.
Yes, they come in and watch. The relevance is just too much. The love is too deep, and it's funny in such a way that the uniformity in the crowd drawings from the back to the front, the engagement and so forth, and there's nowhere it goes. Even the aftermonth, relevant people within the region and outside the region who are closer try all their best to want to link up, want to engage him even after the show. That shows how relevant he is and how powerful he is in terms of what he's doing. Okay. It's also good. One good thing that I think the team is also was able to do is updating the South on what is happening. Literally, the North have no idea of any TGMA.
Oh, what do you
mean? I'm saying this, and a lot of people do not get it. Last time,
what do you mean? They didn't know the event was happening, or
no, the people who knew the event was happening may be industry people, and some of them may also not follow because they were paying some way, so they had alternatives to feed on in terms of information, in terms of PR work they need to do, and so forth. I mentioned the last time. I mentioned at a couple of places which are industry places that. If I will argue better, TGMA or VGMA or Ghana Music Awards is just for the people in Accra or in the South.
I doubt.
Yes.
I doubt because all these people, they watch from TV, they watch online. There are artists who come from these regions and they will also be following and all.
That's what I mean. I always say, how many of the artists from the regions were part of this? How many of the industry people from the industries?
If that's the argument you are making, then we can situate it well, because the fact that you were not mentioned from your region does not mean you don't know about it.
So what I'm saying is that you see, at the end of the day, you are looking at the impact, the way people were able to connect with it and add the engagement. So I always say probably people who watched more online, majority of them even outside the country. Majority who are Ghanaians who are in other places who want to get in touch with what is happening in Ghana. But seriously, if you go on the streets of Volta region, you go on the seat of a lot of the central regions, and you go on the street of a lot of the northern region, eastern region, and ask an ordinary Ghanaian, when you believe in TGMA, of course, who say, on New Jack, you had no idea. Even there are underground artists that one engaged that night, and it wasn't happening. There was something I noticed, and it was too late for me. A watch party. A watch party where common people who they think they are not relevant in the industry could actually go and sit and watch and have another experience. Because literally, there were a group of people who were online who were also having fun. This year, I actually had fun online.
Okay.
People were engaging, fans jabbing each other, people having fun. Both. So I did WhatsApp, I did Twitter. This year, I don't know why. I really enjoyed the X platform. Like the children there, hey, you need to come hot. Somebody can just say, where are you watching? Like there are things that they say get to you direct. If you don't control yourself, the way you will be typing, you could type delete, come back, delete, and all those stuff. And I'm saying that you see, he was in Bolgatanga. If it was another artist that enters there will be headache. And that gives people like me also another headache because another artist is going to the north this week, and they are big
for a concert.
Yes, for a concert. R2B is in Tamale, and it's also a student concert this week.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I think I know about that.
So
UDS, right?
Yes, UDS. So if they are going this weekend, then their team also needs to like pull up. And unfortunately, this weekend VGMA is not happening. Nothing really is happening at the south. So attention and some brasso. So if that team is not able to even do half of what Shatta,
be easy to do like that.
Then it becomes a problem. It becomes a problem. So I would say kudos to the team.
Okay.
Kudos to everybody, and its relevancy is clear, and that's there's no doubt on it.
Okay, thank you so much. Sorry, Derek, let me listen to you as well.
Sammy, I think let's big out the organizers of the show. I think it's
Jaga 4.
Jaga 4 beaters.
Yeah, Jaga 4 beaters.
Yeah, I think.
I have one, or do you want to taste it? Or if you want to taste it, just tell me.
I think we need to big them up because they equally gave the Northerners their fair share of the TGMA. Because while the South were bouncing to the TGMA, the North Shatta Wale was also entertaining them in a different way.
Fact.
Yes. So you have to beat them up. I like their calendar. The way they are reading the calendar, that's the way to go. Last time, I think Shatta Wale is the biggest artist in Ghana, no doubt about that. And you can't take that one from him. People have come to accept him as the biggest artist in Ghana. Even when he plays shows in the hinterlands, the numbers still increases.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fact.
Yes.
Fact.
And with such a personality like this, whatever you want to do to him, I think you must sit down and think twice, even outside the box, before you can come to normalization that this is what I want to do to the person. Because he's been loved everywhere. Yeah. Whether you say bad things about him, whether you say good things about him, the people likes him. So what is the problem? Let's come to the show. I think I was enjoying some excerpt of it online. I was like, wow, this is crowd. Yeah, crowd. Hard crowd. You see, a bitch say, and they really enjoy the performance. One thing that always adds up to Shatta Wale and his brand is performance. He gives you your expectation. When you are prepared and you come to the venue, he gives you what you came to pay for.
Exactly.
And that's one thing that he stands out. So I was not too much surprised whenever people were going gaga on that night. I was like, yes, the dancehall king is doing his thing. And we pick the team up too. It's not easy. Because to organize a concert in Tamale, it's not an easy job. And you're able to do it and do it successfully. I think he has given the Northerners a fair share of whatever they deserve. and it will be a memory in their minds every day.
Forever.
Every day.
That one
the moment they will hear the name Shatta Wale, the concert will be the first thing that will ring in their minds. And I think that's the goal that we need to go. And I like the fact that everybody they enjoyed the performance.
They did.
Everybody, Akolakra enjoy. That is what performance is supposed to be. At the end of the day, you wow your audience, so they can come again next time. And I think we need to applaud the team as well. They did a wonderful job. But Shatta Wale needs to go to the hinterlands the most because they are feeling him. Most of them. Look at this. Yeah. Most of them listen to his music, see him on TV.
Yes.
So whenever they get the feel of him,
let me tell you something. Almost every car we starting in Bolgatanga, they were playing Shatta Wale's playlist.
So
like almost every car. This keke, the kambu, they call it kambu. All the ones that we starting, it is Shatta Wale songs, back to back. The driver who drove us from Bolgatanga to Tamale, we asked her, why is it that every car has a Shatta Wale playlist? He told us that if the people sit in the car, that's what they would demand.
Demand and supply.
Yes.
You have to supply.
The moment they sit in the car, they will demand that Shatta Wale, you must say, Bolga.
So, brothers, I'll urge the
Bolga,
team.
you do.
I'll urge the team to also try other angles in the hinterlands. It's really, really solve. We all know Shatta Wale, what he can do, what he's capable of doing, and what he has done before.
Okay.
Just to let him know, it's not only the hinterlands that or Ghana that is looking for him. I can verify that 2 people from Nigeria contacted. But even before they will get to the management, even me that they can't, the man, amount I mentioned to them, they will say, oh, we'll get back to you.
I know
then they brief it.
How is sleeping? Amount factor in there. Hard. Yo, come in. You were there, so I'm sure you can wrap it up well.
It was a very beautiful experience. I mean, when you leave your comfort zone into a different environment, the culture exposure, the culture change and everything, the interacting with people from different backgrounds is an experience that you can't buy. You would have to experience it for yourself. You would have to be there. And that is what I felt in Bolga. I mean, there were so many beautiful experiences. Like, the people, if they want to understand you, they themselves will understand you.
Yeah.
But if they choose not to understand, forget. They
won't understand you.
That's how it is. You know, even on stage at a point, Shatta even felt he could understand them. But when they made him understand that we will have you ourselves before you can understand, he now you are. But then it was part. But all the same, I think it was a very beautiful concert. From the moment we touched down, the level of reception that we even got the following day in town, even the whole commentaries around the show. You know, we went to the venue and you can clearly see that collective effort of the people even on grounds just to make the show a successful one. To the extent that even some people were building temporary parking lots for their motorbikes. I mean, they know the show will be happening here. Certain people are definitely going to come for operation. Among FOMO to Beira. So the guys in the hood have also built a temporary parking lot. You come, park your motor, they will secure for you.
They'll give you a coupon.
They will give you a coupon, you will tip them small.
Solid
business.
Business.
The economic benefit in that particular area at that particular time was crazy.
That's impact.
Even the fans that some people traveled from Accra to the place to also have an experience of it, they can even attest to the fact that Charlie, they entered into the marketplaces and the whole conversation was about the impact that this particular show brought to them. And here I would also want to commend the organizers, Jaga4 and Tabia for putting up some of these things, because it is out of these efforts that some of these people would also experience. I mean, Charlie, I heard certain commentaries like, Shatta Wale, Wendy, and I'm like, hey, it's more blocking Ghana artists now. You understand? This shows how impactful the person is in that particular environment and how they've been yearning for years. I mean, they can count the number of artists that have come there. They can count to. They can tell you, oh, this person came here, that person came here, and they can give you on grounds data of who is relevant in that particular area. And the reception there for the numbers and the relevance, it is there. I always say the working, the evidence is there. Show working, and that way, the numbers don't lie. From the street to the extent that even after the show, whenever we even want to step out, we had to literally disguise ourselves, coded, in order for us to be able to move through town and even do other businesses and stuff. So it was a very beautiful experience. In fact, the show, for the economic benefits there, it is there for the people to experience, and I like the fact that at the end of the day we were able to go through it successfully, and that there were no casualties and nothing, and it was a very beautiful show. Big ups to the organizers, and I would also want to say big ups to Shatta Wale as well for availing himself to touch the people in that manner, because this is an experience that is going to live with them forever. Even if he goes there tomorrow, the first experience cannot be compared to any other experience, and that is what I would commend the team and everybody involved.
Sammy, please, I have this question from the team. Humbly, you people stayed beyond the normal booking time. What are things that kept you guys there? Like,
we were shooting videos, we were connecting with some people, and we were having some meetings as well. These were the things that kept us there for some 3 extra days. Okay, so let's move on to do the very last story. And the last story is one that I'm really interested in because it's also about me. It's a recent interview where Bullet was talking about his artists and the Rough Town record label and some matters arising. Let's watch this interview on Accra FM with Nana Romeo, Wale. And I pick the views of my people before we say goodbye to you. Watch this. I'll be back.
Say, where is Kiki Mali?
Kiki Honum. Kiki that's all label. No, so say I'm the kind of.
Ata say, where is Kiki Mali?
Kiki Honum. Kiki that's all label. No, so say I'm the kind of. Kiki or still under. Say grooming, say you're grooming. But this year we take off.
Okay,
we're gonna take off.
So what artist saying?
See, I mean, 2 artists.
Two artists.
No, Kiki Mali and Baba Tunde. And I'm the other artists who are making grooming or more underground. Yes.
So, I mean, my artists say you have 2 artists at the moment.
At the moment, yes.
Professionally.
Yes.
Baba Tunde and Kiki.
And Kiki Mali. Yes.
So when you say a feather.
Oh, Wendy, oh, Wendy. I mean. I will not lie.
Because now say rumor ba say
no.
Oni hobiem.
I just oni hobio ba. Yeah, come back and forth. I say more as a year try say be discuss, but this time I say more go 40 settings near there. It's sad though.
Yeah,
maybe I asem no hamper.
Yeah.
Like but we are setting like
for hype
for all the other year. Many when the I mean the call there's a little problem. Yeah, try say your best solve.
Yeah.
It right now no. I have 2 artists right now.
Okay.
Yeah, when the Kokra and I say, oh yeah, but who's a human institution? And I say, I'm going to do a Ben H.
Yeah.
I mean, Nipa only Nipa Yajuma, Bibi Betime Fiamma. Yeah, we'll solve it. Okay. Yeah, it's almost solved. I mean, like them I'm February Chaba.
Okay.
Yeah, Chase. But right now there on the label.
The focus.
Yeah.
It's on Baba
Tunde and
Kiki Mali.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Do some of these stories still surprise us in this industry? Stories about it and their managers. Abbas, you have been there before, so let me start this with you. Some of these stories, do they still surprise us as an industry, or now when we hear them, it's normal artists and their record labels and their managers, they're normal?
The issue around the artists and their management really do not surprise me per se, but it's the content of the issues that most of the time surprises me. When an artist manager says ungratefulness, an artist comes, he says pressure, or they induce him to sign something, or they ask him to stay for something. I always say it's not really an issue, because currently, if you have done this business beyond 5, 10, 15 years, then you should know the range of talents that we have. You should know that there's the underground development level where you are just grooming talent and giving it out. Then there's the stage where you take the artist, you are trying to milk it, and now there's the exporting part where the talent has got to a peak, is about a C artist or a B artist or an A artist, and you need to give it out, or you need to maintain the ego. In managing all these 3 categories of talent, it's a different ball game altogether. You cannot manage each one of them the same, and each one of them will sign different contracts. I said to people, if you are on the mining level where you are not taking them from the dust, you are cleaning them, do a minimum of 5 years. At least you use 3 years quarter to clean them, 2 years to wrap them underground way. Then the 1 year when they are about to shine, you try gather your profit, put them to something, or re-sign some 2 years or 3 years deal with them. When now they are in the limelight, use the 1 year to settle them in. The other year to group your profit. The other year to renegotiate send off. So the person now choose within their own gut to stay with you, better enough. But if done send off, it even stay with you. Some people have the skills now that you are staying with us, but you are not with us. They give you that euphoria that you are with Empire, you are with this, you are with, so you know that okay, you are at that international level. If there's any pool at any time, you'll be able to go. So there's sharing, because there are international organizations too that are looking for talent, but they are not looking for those in the mount. They are not looking for those who are not trying to struggle here to build it. They are looking for those who are ready for that market, because they can't checking for numbers, they can't checking for clouds and so forth. That now, when you also get to the startup side, where I sell the real cocoa business, you also don't manage them like the way you manage A, B, because the C people, they are actually ready for them international market. It's either you're independent, they understand what the international market is looking for, they are not ready. It is first that will say, oh, the person doesn't want to go international, the person is. But I realize that international comes to them. They make demands, they put things on the table. International look like, well, this one is wise. Let's leave him, because we can't tap into that oil banker that he has. So let's leave him. But all of it have its own dynamic, because now international companies have also make it very flexible for artists to pick certain parts of their talent or certain parts of their properties to manage for them and to be able to help them to package. And if we're able to study certain formats that has been used across the world, we all will realize that the business is not just there. So when I hear management, then you ask them, Charlie, what is making you people say, oh, Charlie, wow, our 5 years contract or 10 years contract that we sign, the guy wants to sign out. How can, at that level, how can you sign that contract with the person? Even the one that's at the dirty level, you don't sign that 5 years with them, because people changes, people evolve, and so forth. Then you hear somebody say, hey, industry for now, money now, we are bombocrats, Mukasago, any panasum. Say, there be any panel, says, you are being a management of maybe a ABC connect, or Bisu DEF connect. And I was supposed to any panel to any panel. Either when the panel person on your profit around them, but you will stop them. So if they have source to that person, they will plug that person, they will show that person small honey be. That person too will see that, Charlie, that is where the life is, and you want to go. So either party should also know how to handle it. And talent, at this juncture, some talent comes, and they say, Charlie, you give somebody contract in testing them, and they are willing to sign. They don't even read. Say, okay, for our brother, for our mommy, brother, so then brother, now, if you insist and they brought their father, they will say, oh, now, why a banu? They all may be a yamin shroud. Yamin shroud. Let me see, you be a young one. You be a year, Juma. A seven farmer lawyer, be a no be. 99 is here. Bet you me. You see those people that are begging you on a boy, flip their coin 3 years later, 4 years later. and I was so Yabamusa, and I deal with the and people will be calling you. You will see a brother, a senior brother who never showed up on anything. Call you, oh Charlie, and Mukobo show now, Minu and buy or see a more money she, na somebody ye, so no see any pa or gear kakra or see kakra. Ah, Barbara, Tana signing contract, me friend was the obey bia. Yeah, and as I said, baby, idea, baby. Oh, Kasa. So sometimes it is all the party, and I think it's the education and probably absorbing the shock from the management level. I won't say education, but I'll say absorbing the shock and understand the reality. Don't sign beyond certain number so that you calculate your reality and don't fall in love or forget yourself. Because some people just forget themselves in the talent and forget that they are doing business, but they are not doing brotherhood.
Wow. Okay, Abbas. Sorry, why is I always call you Abbas? Derek.
Me, you might say shocking me beam nowadays.
And shock you beam?
Yeah, because it's part of human institution. If you understand human institution, these are certain things which are bound to happen.
Thank you.
The moment a agreement, one of the agreement, no contracts, it can be terminated at any point in time.
Issues can come here and there.
Come here and there, whether being verbal or written. Issues can come. So to me, it's never be saying, and then we near first time, so you should see a million when it be BCC. But the thing is, maybe I am a transmission the mutual understanding between the artists and the management. That is one thing I want to say, my attention, if not there. And I make I say, it be because a record label can sign an artist. No man buy catches who are signing for 5 years. The amount and technologies be a woman, they will not disclose it to the public. A Kobani sana sense by you, we the public, we don't know where to stand. To them, dear, some maybe almost say young no more, but almost public now went to minka. What's the bullet here? Oh, and you say a few and some more and some bend the wall. When you pinpoint, you say a same saying,
no, that's
Yanka. And most of the time, I'm trying to know my agreement between them now. Certain things will be more money in the public domain. That is the factor. And to say yes, signing mutual agreement and as understanding meaning that on even say you crap on and down on young like young tron in a signing in a fair way. I don't the day a bianco having, for instance, highly spiritual and last meet. The time last meet was moving, according to last meet, he was signed for 2 years. And 2 years to him as soon. But the most painful part is first we were doing the limelight.
Sikano
Eba. And the 2 years in Swason. Ekobane Sana to affect the record label. But that is need to say me yes now. Which it's understandable. I'm moving on. It's understandable. Be a better so but come to the record label. Because they've invested so much in you. It be when me plant me last minute say me say keep and the Koba say enter one tower ba osi and but it's a record label. So they need to sit down very well, get the understanding. At times on contract, me understanding also play a major role. At least be on the contract now see but now I sign or best sign area now. Yes, but now also for say like now when yes Sikano, that is the time or be realize that there should be creative that a contract now sign and that warrant no sign no me if you the you just want to move on. Find some creative ways and means to cut that long journey short. A Kobana Sana or no record label and also on here. So I think say it was at least be whenever you are signing any contract, read it well, read it very well, read it again and again and again. Get a better understanding. Ubenya legal practitioner can woman now boawa. Now na go through. Send him come find because Sanya man affect at least baby. Tama bless if you win service consult. And then Yankopon wandom. And another bless if baby and no do not start on one year ding. And he was being loved by the people. I'm telling you,
you're right.
Down
there I agree.
Kombe wiye simple crowd.
That time the stories were not good.
At all. Into Kobane sana. Also Emma international record label be any said down. Oda mileage no farmer me sound. Into a bed block what can be brave. About this thing they feel like me say me ko. But who said there are some negative stories be on a back and it's going to sell. Obi be sign on obeko no check records no akwa ko hu na it will be a yardstick for that record label not to sign you. I don't the day so when you be a what you hini in the afternoon that can be your downfall and no one will be. So we should all look here at times. I don't blame the artist, I don't blame the record label, but they need to have a mutual understanding, a proper working relationship. We always sell, but we need the idea human. Yeah, woman institution in there. That's why you should be ready for it.
Okay. Ro, close the show for us.
Well, the thing here, you can't get used to it. You can never get used to it. The reason why I'm saying that is that if you are far away and the thing is not happening directly to you or very close to you, you probably would see it as, oh, me who to say me no, I am no. You see, Bullet, he's been an artist before, or he's an artist. He knows that spirit of being an artist. He's now at the management level. He knows what that entails. Yes, though, I can still tell you that, Charlie, as much as he's probably seen it or done it all, it has entered him. The thing there, if it happens close to you or directly to you, it will enter you. It doesn't matter how many times you've seen it, how many times you've experienced it, it will enter you. So for us who are a little far away, who have seen this on countless times, Charlie, it will be normal. Me, the moment I started hearing rumors of, oh, there is a certain record label going after Wendy, I don't know if I told you. I started having the feeling I
remember very well
this is
about
this. This is going to happen. This is going to happen. There comes a point in people's lives where circumstances change, situations change. In fact, the whole environment changes, and people from both ends would want a different taste of whatever they want or whatever they are getting. You can't fault them. You might want to call them ungrateful, fault them to some extent. But Charlie,
you can't pump.
There is nothing acceptable. There's no way you can patch it. And you're unfortunate like that. If you are the receiving end like Bullet, hey yo. But then we also know certain artists, and I'm sure if you should bring the artist right now for her to also tell a side of the story,
she'll also tell you something
exactly
that might convince you.
And you might sympathize with her. The thing there, me, I just pray. That is why sometimes I agree with you when you say there are certain people, because of the level of experience or pain that they've had in the industry, they should just ban themselves from managing talent or going into certain partnerships with talent. Because no could a man 4 years now. You understand? Bullet is a fantastic manager. He's proven it as an artist, proven it as a manager. And me, as much as Ayemiya said this is happening to him and his artist, I will just also pray and wish, say, they will all also be able to settle it amicably. Even if it means say, okay, there will be that understanding, say, oh, I wish you well regardless.
Yeah.
That is the conversation that I am praying, say, it will get to. But for this day, this is not going to be the last in the space. Many will come. Plenty they come. Plenty. because as we speak, Derek here, when they give you the contract, look, read, understand. You will be OT your Kenya. Bakuta anymore will be a first speaker. Oh, yes. It is there. It is there. We are going to have plenty. We will just pray that the negative effects that it has on the entire industry is what will be minimized. That's why I think I listened to Jackie's manager on 3 Music, and he was talking about the fact that him as a manager, he has a way of educating the artist about the rudiments of the game, even from the word go. Because if you don't give them that level of education sometimes from the word go, or would do that would be that certain things are being exposed to them. Now they literally see you as a devil. In you were just doing your normal business. What you are doing with the person is what you are doing. But the moment they get some level of understanding, your man and not crowd media assemble. So as people in the game or as handlers, we know they are different kind of handlers. Know your position as a handler, the type of handler that you are, you want to be, and know how you deal with these talents. Else, these kind of issues, like I said, this is not going to be the last. This is not even the first, much less the last. We are going to have plenty in the space, but then it is just dedication. And my hope and prayer is that they will be able to settle it amicably. That at the end of the day, Bullet would see Wendy Shay at the TGMA red carpet and say, "Yo, what's up?" And when Shay was my girl. Yeah, that's my man. And they will not pass like Zion train. Say no for here with TGMA. Oh, him. Oh, him. For the first time, Bullet was on the red carpet on the TGMA when Shay was there, but they never went close.
But how did they come at the same time too? Oh, wait there, I'll find out because I don't want to believe this.
Oh, I've seen videos for content about it. There are videos there.
I see. Well, Derek, we are closing. What do you want to say?
As we say, we person make catch up now. TGMA no na me hu dada kedi fatia fatan kroma. Time ago na me pen interview na obedi na number ma me friend na was the manager. View Martinti. Me ye na no abo areni she's we are we check come pa so papa na me ono na me ne chat me no chat say me interview ma ya fe me from manager say why no manager no me ana me yi ni deep ti o so jaro e okromfo what's the minimum as a gradabu minimum e okromfo what say me dey bi o ma me a chiro Okase me or manager be me no.
But it's all good. That is the management. That's what I'm saying. At this stage, well. Anyways, guys, thank you so much. Thanks to Derek Money, thanks to Abbas Muiz, thanks to Roland Amate, and thanks to the producers, Digital Rasta Currency, who did camera, Richie Flex, editor, director of the show, Taptap Sent, for being our sponsor, and again to you for watching us. Remember to add your opinion, views, and let's read them as well, and subscribe to us. Wait for some more. This is the home of quality showbiz discussion, the only online discussion, which is a daily show here on Sammy Flex TV, Showbiz Daily. I see you when I see you. We're out of here. Bye-bye.